the community has reported me, the community has got my TikTok taken down. This is what you deserve. Hi besties, it's me, your girl, your friendly neighbourhood otaku Scarrlet Uzumaki, back in here, well I live here, back with a new wig. When will you wear wigs?
When will you wear wigs?
Let me just say, first things first, thank you so much for coming back here to the Bestie Birds, and I think you need a little haircut. So cosplayers, we all like to wear fancy clothes, we like to wear fancy wigs, we like to do fancy makeup, and some of us like to act in character, but some people put so much time, effort and money into cosplaying, and we know that we look good, and other people know that too, and sometimes those people like to whack out their phones and they like to film you, whether you gave them consent to do so or not. And this is something that happens quite a lot to cosplayers, and this happened only last month at one convention held in Birmingham, the NEC National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham to be exact. So besties, the NEC in Birmingham, which has hosted many conventions, thought it would be a good idea to host 3 completely different conventions at the same time last month in March. And as you can probably tell, it wasn't smooth sailing entirely. So besties, MechaCon and DreamHack are comic and gaming conventions respectively, so they kind of overlap in terms of the kind of attendees you'd have there. Whereas Arnold Sports Festival was more of a bodybuilding and fitness type convention, so you had a lot more people who are known online as gym bros who were in attendance. And what happened besties was you had quite a lot of these gym bros who were filming cosplayers without their consent. So for example, you had one fitness influencer who was going around filming cosplayers and calling them unemployed.
Big day for the unemployed at the Arnold Classic. The bodybuilders go crazy.
And then you had another fitness influencer who was filming with Meta glasses and wasn't telling people he was filming them.
Have a lovely day, thanks for speaking. Bye. Sonic characters. Well, I watched Sonic, and Sonic was fast, not fat.
And what I found very disgusting was because of his type of audience that he had already garnered, many people who were fat shaming some of the cosplayers in his videos, people who were making derogatory comments about their appearance, and also people leaving lecherous comments towards the female cosplayers who also featured in his videos, which was very disgusting and not a good look for the fitness community whatsoever. Finally, you had one, I suppose, a kick streamer who was going around filming people and when people pointed this out, a lot of his followers, who are just as depraved as this particular streamer is, were saying consent doesn't matter. And the fact that he is a kick streamer tells me all you need to know about him. So you had these types of people who are going around filming cosplays without permission, using them as the butt of their jokes and introducing them to their audiences who are not very familiar with cosplay, anime and nerd culture as a whole, and so they were hit with a slew of horrible comments. And when people point this out and they'll make videos about these particular creators, they will cry and say, the community has reported me, the community has got my TikTok taken down. This is what you deserve. I am very disappointed to see that this community is having such a bad rep, because besties, there are some people who are involved in the fitness community who are also massive fans of anime and cosplay and are also part of the cosplay community, and yet they don't act like this. It's for ones who aren't very familiar with cosplay and anime and who kind of see us as entertainment for their viewers, who kind of want us to be the butt of the jokes for their audience, and I find that very sad. And I certainly don't want this community, which has seen as a safe space for myself and many others, to be used as the butt of jokes for others, to make other people feel good about themselves by putting us down. No, it is wrong. All of these conventions that I have mentioned, they have policies against filming others without consent. However, this can only be enforced inside the convention halls themselves. When you go into public hallways and areas, the convention security can't actually enforce people to not film without consent, and basically it's the loophole that many of these streamers, many of these influencers are abusing, because they know that the conventions can't stop them from filming in a public hallway, so they will grab their phones, put on their meta glasses and start content farming us cosplayers. So besties, I have an update. So allegedly, the organiser of the Arnold Sports Festival UK, Brian Powers, has made an apology on behalf of the fitness community. However, I believe this is alleged and he did not actually say anything at all, because there is nothing on the Arnold Sports Festival UK's Instagram pages, websites, anything like that actually addressing this apology itself. I do believe it's just this Instagram page trying to do damage control. I don't believe anyone who is affiliated with the Arnold Sports Festival actually had any hand in this apology, and I don't think the cosplay community will be getting one. So besties, that's all I have time for today. Let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think more comic conventions should be doing more to try and ban these recording devices, to try and lock down on these influencers who are filming others without their consent? Or do you think it is just a losing battle? Alright besties, tune in for next time where things happen. What things? I don't know, but things will happen. Alright, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.